I was first from there, and I found out that she passed, and I couldn't tell him because I didn't have anybody else to kind of help with that. And we didn't tell him until Tuesday night, and he just broke.
The life of a Philadelphia school teacher and mother cut short after she was shot and killed Tuesday in a Cheltenham Dunkin drive-thru with her son in the car.
35-year-old Rachel King was a beloved mother to an 11-year-old son, Jalen, and she was also a very popular teacher, cherished by her students at Grover Cleveland Elementary School. And she was even featured here on Fox 29 on The Classroom, where she gave out a shout-out to her son.
A huge shout-out right now, and you know who that's to? My man Jalen. What up, second grader, the coolest one in the books.
Yes!
Hey, study, dude. She's awesome. Make sure you study. Do your homework.
In this video, we will be headed to Cheltenham, Pennsylvania, which is 5 miles from Center City, Philadelphia, and is surrounded by the north and northeast section of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. On Tuesday morning, April 11th, a young woman by the name of Rachel King pulled into the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru line in the Melrose Shopping Center in Cheltenham, Pennsylvania. Her 11-year-old son would be sitting behind her in the back seat. Surveillance footage from the scene would capture a male suspect with a hoodie covering his face, getting out of a nearby vehicle and approaching the driver's side window of Rachel's SUV. He had pulled out a handgun and fatally shot Rachel multiple times at close range. Her son, who was in the back seat, would watch in horror but was unharmed. The gunman didn't say a word or attempt to interact with Rachel in any way. It was an alleged target execution, according to police officials. It happened all in broad daylight just before 8 a.m. that morning. Her killer fled the scene and is still currently at large.
Now at 4, new developments in this morning's murder at a Montgomery County drive-thru. These images of the suspect's vehicle have just been released. Authorities say the gunman used that car to follow the 35-year-old victim to a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot, where he got out and shot her at close range. All this playing out while her 11-year-old son sat in the back seat. It is Tuesday afternoon. I'm Brian Taft.
And I'm Sarah Bloomquist. The big story on Action News is the new developments out of Cheltenham Township. Authorities asking the public for any tips that could lead them to the gunman. This as we are learning more about the victim.
Action News reporter Maggie Kent live now at the scene. Following the latest, Maggie, what more can you tell us this afternoon?
Brian and Sarah, Rachel King's boyfriend returned here to the scene looking for some potential answers. He didn't have much to say, of course, absolutely distraught about losing his girlfriend, but he did tell me this. King was on her way with her 11-year-old son to drop him off at violin practice this morning when she was murdered in front of him. Cheltenham police are looking for the driver of this vehicle. They say got out of the car, walked up to 35-year-old Rachel King's SUV at the Dunkin' drive-thru and shot her. It was at the height of the morning rush at the Melrose Shopping Center off Cheltenham Avenue just before 8 a.m.
8 o'clock in the morning is a busy time, so it's scary.
Investigators say King was with her 11-year-old son in that SUV. The 35-year-old teacher within the Mastery Charter School system was shot multiple times. Her son was not physically injured.
Yeah, the fact that it was, happened in the morning it's actually ridiculous. It's crazy. People are ruthless nowadays.
Authorities describe the act as an apparent targeted shooting. The gunman wore a hood to cover his identity and didn't utter a word to the victim before fatally shooting her.
Rachel was 35 years old, and according to family and friends, she was a positive influence, a role model, and a game changer of many lives of many children. She was used to unlock any unseen and untapped potential in the youth around her because she was a great teacher. The ripple effects of this tragedy is not just being felt by her son and mom, dad, sister, or family, but by generations. She was one of the encouraging voices for those to come next. Rachel King taught 7th and 8th grade history at Mastery Charter Grover Cleveland Elementary School in Philadelphia. She had been a teacher at the school for a decade. Rachel was the light in every room, had the sweetest laugh, and gave the warmest hugs. She will be remembered as a person who you went to when you knew you needed inspiration, a smile, or just a jolt of positivity. She never stopped talking about her students, their experience, and what they needed out of school. In Rachel's own words, on what highlights of her career as an educator, she would say, "Being able to teach and make history come alive for my students. It has been amazing to watch their love for learning about the past and the world around us as it evolves. Seeing my students become invested in learning about history makes my heart smile." On that dreadful morning, Rachel's life was taken. She was on her way to drop her son off at piano practice, and family and friends do not know why someone would do this and target her.
And the search is still on for the shooter, and we are joined now by her brother, Alan King. Thank you.
Good morning.
For joining
Condolences.
us. Yeah, I can't imagine what this has been like for you.
Yeah, it's not been easy. Just taking care of my nephew right now, though. It's just been a lot in the last 2 days.
Yeah.
How is Jalen doing?
As me expected, I don't think it's really hit him yet. He just keeps saying his stomach hurts, and I can't tell him it's not food, it's not, he's sick. It just doesn't stop. But he's eating, so that's a good thing. It's like a measurement of, I guess, processing. Yeah. But yeah, he's carrying a picture around of my sister. He won't let it go. He's everywhere he goes, it's in his hand. I'm just afraid it's going to get wrinkled or rip or something, and he won't have it.
Rachel's boyfriend would arrive on the scene shortly after the incident occurred, and according to news reports, at the scene of the crime, he told reporters that she was a devoted mother and was going to school to get her master's degree and is in the process of getting her principal's certificate. So the question is, who would want to take a life of such a bright light in the community? She was a teacher striving to make life better, not only for her own son, but for all the kids that she taught and came in contact with her. She will be missed greatly, and her family and friends are forever left with a missing piece in their lives. So senseless, so tragic, so uncalled for. If you would like to help the family and her son, there is a GoFundMe in which her family states that her loss has left a deep void in the lives of the family, friends, colleagues, and students, and that the memorial fund has been established by her family in Rachel's honor to cover unexpected expenses and to benefit her son, Jalen, in the future. Donations made to the fund will help alleviate the financial burden on Rachel's family during this difficult time and ensure that Jalen has the continued support he needs. Together, we will help keep Rachel's memory alive and honor the impact that she had on the lives of those around her. So if you find it in your heart to help, I will link the GoFundMe in the description box below. I am so very saddened that her son had to experience something so tragic, and for the rest of his life, he will have a memory of what happened. No kid should ever have to experience nothing like this. It is not normal, and it will be a picture in his mind for the rest of his life. My deepest thoughts and prayers are with all involved, and please comment your thoughts and prayers for the family in their difficult time, and hit that like button to share to make your people aware. And as always, remember, stay woke. Things change quickly.